Well, as I said, I think I just said on TV, we were Pitt Syracuse, the rivalry, and it's never going to be a blowout. So having a 14-point lead, we found a way. But I was happy how we played. I was happy how this guy played. We needed him the other day, didn't have him, and he responded. And then I was really happy for James Robinson making those two plays at the end. So, wow, seniors and a really good freshman. So a lot of excitement in Pittsburgh, and we'll get ready for our next one.
Questions? Please raise your hand so we can get you the microphone. Go third row.
For James, Scott Zalatorro from College Hoops Daily. After watching them get a steal and an easy dunk to tie the game up, what was going through your head as you were getting ready to steal the ball from Howard?
Nothing much, really. We knew we were going to have more opportunities on the offensive end, so it was no time to panic. When Roberson got the steal, we had plenty of possessions left in the game, and I just saw opportunity to shoot the gap on defense, and I took it. And the ball was right there waiting for me, and I just made a play.
I'm Dan Sostek, the Pitt News. I was just wondering, without having the normal shot clock there, did that affect your guys' game at all? And what was your sort of thought process throughout that whole first few minutes?
I mean, that was at the very beginning of the game, so we were just trying to stay loose. We didn't really try to, look too much into it. That's the first time that's ever happened to me in college, so it was definitely a little bit different. But as the game got going, you just had to play. You couldn't really worry about the clock situation or anything. Just go out there and play.
Second row.
Jamie, what did you see in Cameron's game today, and how big of a boost was was his scoring?
Well, obviously we didn't have him last game, so sometimes you appreciate a guy more even when he's out. And obviously we went 0 for 11 from 3. So as everybody has talked about, we hadn't shot it well the last 2 games, and we consider him our best shooter. He's the most guy we have the most confidence in. So obviously it was big for us. The zone obviously was another big part of that. But he's been playing great. He's been playing more and more because of his defense and rebounding, and that's what's been good for us. So he's given us a great play all the way. It's great. You hope freshmen get better. It's up to them. But his improvement's been dramatic, and he's made us better. And when we didn't have him, we weren't as good in our last game. So. A lot of big plays from him, and James as well.
In the back over here on the right.
Jamie, with Cameron and Ryan both playing well off the bench for you, with your bench guys, was there anything about this matchup that you liked, or do you just cycle through guys and kind of find a hot hand and go with that?
Yeah, I mean, the zone, and like I said, Cameron's given more of a fact. He's played more and more as the year's gone on, obviously, and didn't have him last game. So the zone is Cameron's going to help us more in that. And Ryan, same thing, too. So Ryan gave us some good minutes, really good minutes, and he's been good against zone, played very good up there, very well up there at Syracuse as well. So, really a great win to beat a really good team. And, you think about their record and you look at them, obviously with Coach Boeheim out, and then how good a team this is, and you look at their record. Well, you take away the 3 losses against us, and you see the teams that they've beaten and where they would be other than the 3 games they played against us. So this is a very good win against a very good team who's better probably than their RPI indicates, only because they've lost 3 times to us. So, again, really good job by our guys. And making plays down the end, obviously we would have liked to have kept the 14-point lead, but we wanted to test some things out.
In the back over here on the left.
Sean McFarland, Prince George's Sentinel. This one's for James. You grew up in Mitchellville, went to DeMatha. What was it like coming back to the area, playing in a game like this back home?
It was really fun to be back, and it was a really good feeling winning the first game. And we're looking forward to performing well tomorrow as well. And it's always fun coming home, but we still got work to do here.
Right over here in the front.
Jamie, Matt Boatsteel from the Washington Post. You talked about the rivalry earlier. Is there anything different now that you're playing it in the ACC, tournament?
It felt like we really felt at home. Obviously playing Syracuse and then playing here, we've played real well. James, I was thinking about James, how great he played when we played Georgetown here 3 years ago as a freshman. And I think our last 3 games here, we won by very large margins against very good teams. And so, this was a homecoming of sorts in a lot of ways.
Right here in the front, on the very end.
Harold Gutman, Durham Herald Sun. Coach, can you talk about playing Carolina tomorrow and what you remember about that first matchup?
We didn't play well, didn't defend well, got down early, and so we're a better team than we were back then. We've improved. We lost two tough games the other day on the road against two teams that are playing really well. So, you know, we're gonna it's gonna be a whole different game because we won't see zone, we'll see man, and we'll have to attack that. But our defense is much better now than we were when we played then, and our man-to-man defense. And give you know, we missed some free throws, we had some turnovers, but they made some shots too, Syracuse down the stretch. So give them credit. But you know, we had good free throw shooters not make free throws, and that doesn't happen often with us. But as far as North Carolina, you know, we're a better defensive team. Obviously, they won the league, and we know how good they are. But we hope we're going to give our best shot.
Here in the front row.
Cameron, what were you able to do to get yourself warmed up, and you know came in off the bench, and what were you able to get yourself warmed up and stay warmed up?
Same thing as always. We came here to shoot last night, and I got a feel for the rims, for the hoop, for the environment, and I thought it felt pretty good, and I was feeling it then. And warm-ups, same thing. Just came out early, got some form shooting in, and then went from there.
Any more questions? One more in the front.
Yeah, Cameron, but you did this in the ACC tournament game. You look so relaxed out there, especially during the clutch shots. Can you talk about that?
It's just a basketball game. They're all the same, 40 minutes, 2 teams, 10 players, and that's how you got to approach it. I mean, if you let the moment get to you, then you won't play as well.
Any more questions?
Spoken like a coach.
One more here on the second row.
Steve Weiner from the AP. Jamie, you had mentioned back in Pittsburgh
Yes.
that if you didn't win this game, that you'd be looking maybe to the NIT. How much better do you feel about your NCAA tournament resume as a result of
I
this?
mean, I think we're pretty much. I don't know. I haven't seen what's going on, but I mean, we're in good shape. I mean, obviously we've beaten. As I said earlier, we've beaten a very good team 3 times, and they've shown how good they are with Coach Boeheim and with their wins as well. So, I mean, we've lost to quality teams. Our strength of schedule's one of the best in the country overall, which is what you look at. It's 26, and the last time I looked, obviously it's changed since then, but we play one of the toughest schedules in the country overall, and it's clearly shown that by the numbers. If you go by facts and not opinions, but so we've done it, and we've lost to good teams, and we're playing better at the end. I don't know that our record shows it as much as it should, but we're certainly a better team. And you know, we didn't have Cameron in our last game, and that was something that really hurt us. Obviously, going over for 11 from 3.
One more time for questions. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.